Alright guys, now we get to the Raw portion of this blog, the actual Raw show itself. And to prove I didn't want to leave anything out because it's a 3-hour edition, there you go. You see my notes. I thought the mini tournament to determine Superstar of the Year was a nice idea. With the 4 people that have done the most on a whole this year. So I thought the tournament itself was a very good idea. I'll get to the individual matches in a few minutes. I try to do things as in order, so I wrote stuff down. Thought Dennis Miller was probably, if not the worst guest host of this whole idea, probably right up there. He just seemed boring to me. And he was funny in spots, but he just didn't sustain it, and it didn't help him that the crowd was just dead all night. Christian Kane and Khali versus Regal, Kozlov, and Jackson. It seemed like a throwaway to me. It seemed like because it was a Slammies and everybody was there, felt like they had to try and get everybody on the show. Just throwaway, filler, and I expected more, especially given the match that Kristen was in last night. I thought they would put that over more than they did, but that's just me. Then we went to Cody versus Kofi, which then turned into Cody and Ted versus Evan, Bourne, and Kofi. Thought it was a pretty good match. I was glad to see that they added Evan Bourne to it. I thought maybe, just maybe they might be wanting to push Evan a little bit more, which I know will make a lot of people very happy. Me included. I thought it was a pretty okay match. You know, nothing spectacular, but I thought it was okay. After that, we had Punk and Cena again. Seemed like a filler. It was a glorified old Georgia Championship Wrestling squash. It made Punk look weak, and you're putting this guy, and you've taken all this time to put this guy in a main event, and you're making him look weak. I realized that Cena just lost, and you needed to make him look strong, but I don't think he should have been done at Punk's expense. But I digress. The speech at the end of the match by Cena, where he said he wouldn't lose another match, kind of reminded me of Jack Swagger, to be honest with you, because didn't Swagger say that a few months back? And look where he's at now. But you know, I guess it depends who you go there with, but Swagger said the same thing, it didn't work, so maybe it'll work this time with Johnny Boy. Then we went to Taker Orton again. Pretty good match, but I thought it was could have been better. You know, Orton winning by countout was a little weak in my opinion, but you know, I guess whatever works for him now. Let's see. Oh yeah. One thing about Dennis Miller that I did like was his pawnage of Chris Jericho in the backstage promo. I thought that was pretty well done, and I liked to see that. I liked that actually. So kudos to Dennis on that one. Let's see. Let's move on. Let's see. DX and Jarrett show. Kind of left me with the what the hell. When the referee got pushed and he called for the bell, and then when DX said, "Hey, we outsmarted you. That's your one thing. Now you gotta go back to SmackDown." It was cool, and then to have the entire Raw and ECW locker room come out and throw Jericho out of the building, I thought was a very funny way to have him exit Raw. Then we went on to Miz, Zack Ryder, and Drew McIntyre versus Yoshi, Jomo, and Mark Henry. Again, kind of quick. Thought it would go on longer than it did, but I like the outcome, and it just proves, don't play around with Yoshitatsu, because he can turn your lights out as soon, he'll turn your lights out just like that. So, hope lesson learned there, Ryder. The Divas Wrestling in Evening Gowns. This again had filler written all over it. There was no rhyme or reason to it, and Maria ends up with the Diva of the Year. Again, whatever. Let's see. Cena Orton for the Superstar of the Year. Was kind of predictable when Orton won. It was predicted by many people on Twitter that once Orton beat Taker, it was going to be Cena that took the Superstar of the Year. And here you go, Superstar of the Year. And then to end the show, Sheamus comes out and poses with the belt. Cena standing in the ring saying, "Come on, bring it." One last thing that happened earlier in the show, but I didn't actually see it, because I was out putting the cream in my eye, is the promo for the DX Snuggie. I saw the very end of it and quickly just wrote it down at the end of the show. They're turning anything into Snuggies nowadays. But that's actually a DX Snuggie. That's actually a Snuggie I would buy. And I do want one, so if anybody's out there looking for a gift for me for my birthday, there you go. But that was your 3-hour Raw, Slammies and all. Hope you guys enjoyed it, but it was just another run-of-the-mill Raw. Crowd seemed to be dead the entire night, and everything was as predictable as is normal. I'll see you guys next week with another Raw blog. Until then, I'm going to tell you guys to, look for peace, share the love, be blessed, and remember to laugh first.